Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome, Virgo, to Channel the Future Tarot. My name is Bella. I feel like today we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna try the Heartbreak to Harmony spread. But as I was mentioning on the energy, there was a sense that we were really unpacking some wounds this week, Virgo. Powerful energy in that sense. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Virgo. Take the messages that resonate with you, cross the universe, but it's not meant for you, and that's okay. We'll take some healing oracle at the end, and we'll read them from the book. But let's get started in here now. The spread's very unique as it takes a look at the deep healing and after the heartbreak. We've all been through it in life. And this is just kind of taking a look at the things that we can do to move forward and end the roots of the pain. Okay? Your major arcana energy for this week was charity. I like that for you because this is a sense of, this is an energy for a relationship that is either you thought was, a relationship you want to mature in years, or that did mature in years, or that you're about to enter into something that is going to mature in a long time. So I do like that energy. It's not a negative one. Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Now, when we're in relationships, oftentimes, it takes, a long time to get to know somebody truly and authentically. And as we do, we start to unpack the things and the baggage that each person kind of carries on. And as you get to know each other, you're kind of learning each other's, sweet spots and weak spots, right? And I think whether in the past or in the now, you're really understanding where, what sort of, I want to say, are the good baggage to handle and what is not so much the good baggage, right? Children coming in here. It says that your love life could be affected by children. Now, whether you have children, wanting children, you had children in this dynamic that went sour, that can be a huge part of a breakup, right? And if there's children in this breakup, the best thing to do is try to co-parent for, the best things of the children. And, so that your children see and what, adults can and resemble love, right? You loved each other at one point, right? So I know it's not always easy to do when you guys are splitting up and there's a lot of heated emotions, but try your best, especially in front of children, and to co-parent well, right? They both need both parents at the end of the day. You got flirt coming out here for you. Yes, I think that's powerful. This is a sense of extending your lighted hearted vision here to others. Virgo, you're very flirtatious energy. You can, charismatic and stuff, and you draw people to you very easily. And, flirting is a natural way of, getting out there and having a little fun too. So make sure, get flirt on there, Virgo. You got 15, practice compassion. See things from a new perspective and gaining, oftentimes in relationships, we become so fixated on our feelings and we believe our feelings are fact, and that we stop and allowing any information or communication from our partner in terms of sort of compassion and a new perspective, or listening to their perspective, right? Walk a mile in someone else's shoes, I think, is a very powerful thing. And I feel like that's how you're starting to take that zoomed out approach and then take a look at how you can, address the situations with a calmer, more compassionate, both equal-sided perspective, right? 14, ask for help. What do you really need, and be willing to accept support, especially for Virgos. I know this can be a little hard for Virgos to, admit that they need help in some situation. It's not a bad thing to expose a little bit of vulnerability to the people, especially people who love you. And maybe in the recent past, you had some, issues expressing vulnerability because when you did, or if you did, it didn't work out necessarily in the greatest way for you, Virgo. That doesn't mean stop and hold back that energy. Kill them with kindness, I would say, but the sense is, be willing to be vulnerable, because that's when you're going to truly allow someone to, fall in love with the best parts of yourself, right? Kindness, simple acts of kindness, coming out number 5. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. Absolutely. Being kind, watching our words, no matter you just be careful of the things that we say, right? And that's a very important information. Names and words, they hurt, right? And they have long-term lasting effects, right? And sometimes we don't understand how impactful our words are to the people that we care about. So just be mindful of that this week and this month going into this, Virgo. You're definitely reclaiming your heart after heartbreak. There was a sense of, you're just like, yeah, I'm owning it. I've been through it. You've been wounded. I feel like I see a really wounded soldier coming out of war after this, you know, whether you're masculine or feminine, you've been hurt, wounded. We're going to take a look at the ashes, the first card out, which is the foundation of your pain, Virgo. And then we will continue to move on with other specific placements, and then we'll clarify any cards that we need to, you know, if we need to. All right, let's get started, Virgo. Take that deep breath in, and then exhale whenever you feel so inclined to do so. Peace, love, health, and wealth, Virgo. Let's take a look at the foundations of the pain for Virgo. I keep hearing from Spirit right now, stop, you know, needing answers and start asking better questions. So take that if it resonates with you. Again, toss the universe what does not meant for you. Check other placements if you don't find what resonates here, okay? Don't force it to fit. Not your story, it's not your story. Alright, so it's power. We have the sun in Cancer right now, and the moon is in Scorpio, 2 water dynamics, so it's powerful emotional time for a lot of us, I think, as well too at this time. We have that Maiden of Wands here coming out in the foundation of the pain. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It's a lighthearted, free spirit energy. I feel like this is in the foundation of the pain. It's that insecurities, right? The insecurities, that naiveness that brings us into situations, the passions that sort of sometimes neglectfully think logically, right? We're going to take a look at the spark, what that inner resilience for Virgo is. Inner resilience for Virgo. This kind of reveals that strength and that capacity for healing, right? With the resources that you possess to do so, right? You got that King of Swords in reverse. Well, getting out of your head might be something that you want to do here, Virgo. If you're stuck in your head, always ruminating, you know, situations that aren't with the best of healing capacity, you might want to stop and nip that in the butt because you don't want to allow those to become manipulative energies in your mind and cause more friction and doubt than anything. We're going to take a look at the smoke. What are the lingering fears and doubts for, you know, from this heartbreak? With, you know, because whatever remaining insecurities or sort of anxieties that might be clouding your judgment going forward. The Four of Swords. Okay, yeah, restriction. You sleepless nights, worry that you're, you know, that it's going to happen again, right? You're constantly, you know, trying to protect yourself from getting to the you know, the root of the situation here, Virgo. You know, and I feel like you're almost manifesting it into being. Which think about you bring about, Virgo. So stop thinking about the negative energy that's coming from that, right? This has caused you a lot of sleepless nights, and your anxieties that are remaining are just constantly that you're not going to find a person that is truly authentically to, you know, for you, that loves you for you, and that's, you know, inaccurate, Virgo. So we'll take a look at the Ember, the lessons that you've learned here. So what crucial lessons that you could have gained from this heartbreak, or should have gained from this heartbreak, so we're not doomed to repeat, right? So we have that Nine of Pentacles coming in. Around money, this could be some situation around money, or abundance, or growth, or prosperity here, like seeing things long term. I also get a sign of, like, I'm hearing commitment. That could be, you know, the lessons learned around maybe commitment and working towards that, nurturing the whole, and not just, you know, nurturing one part of the self, right? When you're in a relationship, you gotta always be thinking about, you know, your partner's energy, and I think that's sort of a prevalent indication. We're gonna take a look at the wings here. This is gonna signify sort of what new possibilities could be coming in for you. The Ten of Cups, wish fulfillment, right? This is, you know, white picket fence, happy life. So I think that that's great. Those are the new possibilities. The readiness for yourself to open up to is the Ten of Cups. So it's great. And you're definitely looking for some sort of romantic, you know, energies. You're prepared for new connections. And I think that's quite positive for you. I definitely see that you've done a lot of growth, right? This is for the Virgo that's come. This heartbreak's been significant in the past. I think it's not a real prevalent thing for this energy. We have that Four of Pentacles coming out here in reverse. Again, around money here, I feel like there's a source of foundations, money. There's a sense of, you know, this is your romantic energy currently, right? Working on your foundations. You want somebody that's really wanting to put in the same things with you here, really wanting to put in the same effort. And that's, you know, building resources and working on the empire, so to speak. You have double fours out here for you as well. Take a look at the guiding star, the path forward for Virgo in love. Okay, and the Maiden of Cups. So you have the two queens out here. So this is an indication for me that, okay, mastering emotions, yes, but there's a sense of getting clarity, seeing, you know, through your third eye here, coming into that fourth. And, you know, it's quite ironic because you have that card and then that card that comes above it, right? So Virgo, there's a sense of I feel like seeing clearly now, trying to see clearly now, but you could be, you know, the remnants of the past is sort of influencing and seeming like it's playing a huge role in the now, but it may not be accurate, right? So I feel like get to the real, because it's all in reverse here, so that's indicating that these thoughts and feelings and insecurities could be rooted in whatever situation. Now, if you are getting into a new energy in love and you are in one, don't be carrying the baggage of the past. You're unpacking those wounds, right? You're not, you know, sorry, unpacking them doesn't mean we're kind of laying them all out. Just, you know, we're unpacking them, we're letting them go and moving on, right? We're putting them away. We're going to take a look at the new dawn. What is the potential outcome for Virgo here? The Eight of Pentacles. I like it for you. Prosperity. This is hard work, right? This is determination. If you want, you know, what you want to see to fruition is going to come, and I feel like that's going to come through a lot of hard work and dedication to your craft, and this could be just the craft of healing after this heartbreak. You do have that Three of Cups in reverse, Six of Cups, somebody from the past, as well as that Death card, Scorpio card energy on the bottom. You know, this is you transforming into your greatest self, and through the unpacking of the wounds is where the transformation is happening. You know, it feels, you know, diligent, but this is, you know, you got no major arcana cards coming into that right away, so I don't feel like there's a lot of fast moving energy. I feel like you're just slowly moseying through this healing process, you know, on your own accord and in the best way you know how, which I think is quite positive as well. We're going to take a look at the Maiden of Wands in reverse. I'm going to clarify that Maiden of Wands. Get a little more information on the foundation of the pain. For Virgos, the Ace of Pentacles. Again, it was an opportunity maybe around money that was, you know, again, I feel like money is a huge issue for this pain, whether, you know, it is the root of all evils, they say, right? You've got temperance, that needing to balance money, the wealth, what is in head and heart here. Using money to be a good resources and not wastefully kind of spending. That Knight of Cups coming in, that Don Juan charming energy, that quick moving energy, offering the emotions in the past, but it, you know, kind of flighty and sort of not long term. We're going to look at the Nine of Pentacles here for Virgo and the lessons learned. Can I clarify the Nine of Pentacles for Virgo? The Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, so yeah, it was a lot of it was around money and stability here, and the union being tested upon those thresholds, right? I feel like that's very obvious here. That Three of Pentacles, teamwork, collaboration, hard work here was required, but there was a sense of, you know, one foot in, one foot out on this, you know, grieving the past or mistakes of the past. The Five of Cups coming out as well. When you're stuck in that mindset of you know, believing it's the end all be all, you're going to create more of that into your, you know, experience, right? We're going to take a look at what new, the guiding star of the past going forward. Can you clarify that Maiden of Cups, please? The Queen of Wands coming out, right? So you got that out twice. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, but this could be you sort of coming back into your passionate self. The passion, you know, the fourth, the path forward is you completing the cycle with the World card, yeah, and finding your sense of self through it. Your passionate self, the Emperor, Aries. You're definitely going to be within an Aries person. You could be getting involved, but this is a person that is, you know, owning that is very in control of their dynamic, and you're kind of seeking that out in a way to achieve the same sort of thing, right? We're going to take a look at the new dawn, the potential outcome for Virgo here. I feel like this is a really good healing after, you know, heartbreak reading for you, because I feel like you've done a lot of this healing emotionally, spiritually. That Four of Cups coming in, don't sit at that tree and pout about the past. We got to move on from it, right? So this is a sense of don't more see the cup that's being presented to you to move forward and take it. It's time to let go of the past. The cup's coming out in reverse, that person from the past who's lingering in your head and heart, and that, you know, essentially the 10 of Wands, that, well, you know, you have to leave the burdens down. This is a sense of dropping what no longer serves you, endings and new beginnings. Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Taurus energy, tradition is kind of rooted you down in a situation. You're definitely loyal to a cause, Virgo. And I feel like you have to be loyal to self and what's best for your healing energy now, more than anything. We're going to take a look at these, what cards come out for you from the Oracle Healing deck. We'll read the cards from the book quickly. They're just short passages. I'm not going to take those cards because they due to human error there. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Virgo. What messages does... Okay, we'll take those two cards. We have 32, Lassa of Polarte. I could be totally butchering that, so I do apologize if I am. There is a gentler way to proceed and obtain the same or even greater effect. Tame the wild and frenzied workings of the mind by grounding yourself with beauty, pleasure, and grace. Violence and its negative effects shall be overcome and healed through feminine gentleness and an inner spiritual strength. This oracle is a sign of future happiness. I love that for you. And 39, Ivory, wish fulfilling Crow coming out for you as well, Virgo. I also like that energy in that card. You can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release that fear, grasping control, and doubt. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you to that which you seek. You can take sanctuary within your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is always a way through to the fulfillment of your own potential. Absolutely, Virgo. This is time. Unpack the wounds and move on to the best self, the best life that you have. It is time to let this stagnant, dragging down energy that's no longer serving you has got to go. It's time to heal the heartbreak. Until next time, good luck. Namaste.